Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, Chick Picker, coming to you live from Kansas. My hair all a mess. Issues. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good morning. I am doing well. You know, when you're trying to get ready for something, I mean, that's why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Is I'm trying to, get the shipping done. I had another sale this morning with specific shipping instructions. Don't you love that? Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Amelia. Uh-oh, that's not good. Get your shovel. Or your gun, better yet. She said she has a snake in her, right there by the wall door, by the doorknob. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I would be stuck outside too. Hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see. It's welding itself between the crack in the door frame and the brick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would, I don't know, do you call for somebody for that? Do you call like animal protection or what do you do? What do you do for something like that? I have no idea. Shovel is locked up in the shop out back and the gun is in the house. Out here in the flip-flops and shorts like a fool. Well, you're not a fool, but man, that just sucks. I don't know. What do you do? There's not much you can do until it moves, right? And you wouldn't move it yourself, I'm sure. I mean, I wouldn't. Even if it was a mouse, I still wouldn't move it. Dead or alive. Well, it was literally by my face looking at me when I stepped out earlier. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Whew. That gives me the willies just thinking about it. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me. So that's a good thing, I think. I've been throwing sticks at it, but no luck. I ain't scared. Or it ain't scared. Oh my gosh. Find a rock. Find a rock and throw it at it. I mean, you don't want to break window, but Kansas sounds great to me. I gotta move. Forget this shit. I would crawl out the window. Well, she's outside and leave forever. Forever. Well, it's good that it's not a quarrel. I think those things are bad. So, man, I don't know what to tell you. You have anything you could spray on it? I mean, it'd probably just piss it off, but that's not good. I don't like that. I don't like it. Um, let's see. Have y'all had any issues with like people um on Facebook like requesting a friendship or something and they're like from Timbuktu or whatever? I've had a horrible time with that. If I had my keys, I would just go in the front door or leave in the truck with the leave in truck with dogs, but I ain't playing with this thing. Yeah, I don't blame you. Red rat snakes tend to post up where you don't want them to. That sounds awful. I don't like it. Let's see here. So we've got Beth, we've got Hank Allen Cash with her snake. Amelia Sales. Looks like that's all that's here. She said it's darker either on an oak or a rattler. I'm about pissed myself and ran. I hope that's what you meant. Probably an oak chicken snake. I hate snakes. I don't blame you. I wouldn't live where there's snakes, but apparently there are snakes here. I was standing on a cinder block trying to see it better from afar, and some orange-looking mess dropped on my head and arms from the tree over. Oh my gosh. Done, done, done. Yeah. What do you do? Sounds like you've been trying everything under the sun to get that. He took all the hoses in the shop. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, I don't. The only thing I could say is kind of, uh, okay, your man is a little too tidy. Um, what do you do? I mean, if you don't have any tools, let's see, thought about throwing the 4x4 post like a javelin, but I'll be surely busy the door windows, bust out the door windows, and it will slither right inside. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that you could get something long and flick that thing out of there. Could you use the 4x4, but and kind of like not hit it, but just kind of like move it? It sounds like it's really big, but any snake is big to me. It could be 2 inches long and it'd be big. Oh my gosh, that thing is huge. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, you might try that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if you had something you could spray at it, like maybe have some pepper spray in your car. I was thinking that same thing, Beth, but I was trying to be good. You crazy. I gotta get off here and throw some more shit at it. Don't want to throw the phone. I'll see you. Well, you take care. Don't get too close to it. Hopefully, it'll get out of the way and you'll scare it away and you'll be okay. Be safe. Um, where are my cohorts? Let's see. I need to go on Facebook. Find out where Miss Sally is. Says she's online. I think my keyboard was possessed this morning. It was doing all kinds of weird, like I'd type and it'd type all kinds of different letters. So I just changed the port, the USB port that it was in. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Let's see. The other Jason says, same thing happened in our attic. My wife touched it while trying to turn on the light. Oh my gosh. The thing was huge. She will never go in the attic. I don't blame her. I wouldn't either. But believe it or not, I know that there is or was uh, snakes or not snakes, but mice. I know mice is a different thing, but I look at it all the same pretty much. I get all excited over either or, any kind of critter. It's not human. Um, but I went up in the attic and I knew that there was mice up there, but I had to clean the attic out and get all the stuff out from there. So um, I feel like I did good, but man, if I would see a snake, and that I would say that's probably the only reason why right now I would want a mower, um, is to mow the yard, keep the yard mowed, so that there's no. Because I'm sure the snakes like the long grass and everything, so that's kind of scary. But I'm gonna see if I can't get it mowed. Let's see. Well, that's true. Amelia Sells, we used to have a black snake that lived under the bathtub when I was young. It was big, but we didn't have a lot of mice. Oh my gosh. It's true. I mean, they do like mice, but man, I don't know. I don't know which one I'd rather have. I don't know if I'd rather have mice or if I'd rather have a snake. I guess probably as long as the snake didn't bother me and I knew where it was at, I guess I could deal with the snake, I would say. I don't know. That's a rough one. Nope, nope, nope. I know. I would say neither of them, but you know, that's why they have mouse traps, right? That's what I would say. Yeah, I probably agree with you. As much as I hate mice, I probably, you know, deal with them better than snakes. I do agree. Sally Ann, get in here. Wake up. She's probably doing her shipping or looking for something. Uh, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing, or what I've been doing. Yeah, I got this message today, and the guy he bought. I had a couple of c- cigar boxes, and I would show them to you, but they're already packaged up, and I'm not unpackaging them. But they were really cute. They were like they had like chapter 1, chapter 2. I think the one that I had was 3 and 4, and it had this lady on them. It was almost like a book series. I don't know that. I mean, they definitely were cigar boxes, but they kind of look like almost like they had a book in them or something, or a couple of books. It wouldn't have fit a book, so I don't know. That's what it kind of looked like. Anyway, I sold them this morning. The guy asked about the measurements and everything last night, and I gave them to him, and then he bought them this morning, and but he had specific instructions. He definitely wanted to me to pack it a specific way and all that. So, well, good. That's good that he did that. He had to grab it with two poles. He brought and literally let it curl itself around to remove it. It would not move without him tossing stuff at it. He's mad at me now. Well, he'll get over it. At least you can get back in the house. He didn't even kill it. Threw it in the bushes so it can come back. Shit. Uh, do you use anything behind your clothes when you use a clothing steamer? Yes. The thing that I buy is I buy the Shark, um, the handheld one. Well, I guess they're all handheld, but it's kind of like the whole thing is in one little gadget, and it comes with this little backing. It almost looks like a mattress pad, but it comes with a little backing, and you put that. So I put it on a door, and then I put the hanger on with a piece of clothing, and then that way when I steam it, the steam will go into the pad, not the door. So that's what I do. Okay. So let's see what else we got. I was supposed to take Mama shopping. Gotta hustle now. Get going. Good morning, Robin. Hank, you need your own reality show. What was that?
Good
Hi,
morning.
Jessica. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Good, good. Kind of slept in today.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's always good to sleep in a little bit. Sassy Seller says I have a Shark, but it's multi-purpose and it didn't have the pad. Huh. You might be able to find one on eBay for a small price. Because it just kind of all folds up, and then when you unfold it, and it's probably, I don't know, maybe 2.5 feet long or 24 inches or so. Um,
Waiting for the coffee. Waiting for the coffee.
yeah, I've made some, but I haven't got to it yet.
Mine's just brewing. Feels like it takes forever. I was up late last night trying to make my first merch T-shirt.
Oh, did you get
Cause I,
approved?
yeah, I've been approved for a while. I don't know how to do Photoshop. I've never touched it in my life, and I just did the 7-day trial or whatever for free. And so I kind of have to hurry up and get at least one design up so I don't get shut down.
Right,
So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And it's like, I thought it was going to be easy, and Photoshop is not easy. It's super
right.
complicated. So I was YouTubing it last night, watching a whole bunch of videos and trying to figure it out. But I'm getting there. I
That's
should have
good.
one up by today.
That's good. I I applied and didn't hear nothing. Didn't hear anything for a very long time, and then I got a
Sorry.
I got a message, and it said, if you do not do anything with this, if you do not have any activity, then we will suspend your account. I was like, well, you didn't even tell me that I had. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with Robin. Where's my flatware? Have you shipped it yet? Come on, man. Beth says, Robin, where's my flatware? What the heck? If you can freaking believe this, I can't find it.
Sorry, my son was calling, which is not normal in the morning, so I was trying
That's
to figure
fine.
out what he needed.
Yeah,
So you got yours. So can you reapply and wait again, or
I'm not even gonna mess with it.
oh,
I truthfully, I don't even want anything to do with Amazon. I
fair enough?
just
Yeah,
I don't like their process, and so I just I'm not gonna mess with them.
I don't like the selling platform, but I
Yeah,
don't mind the idea of merch because it's so simple. You
it
just,
it yeah,
I mean,
definitely can be.
it's streamlined. I mean, you just they do it for you, and you just
Right,
sit on the money. I mean, not that I'm gonna make buku bucks off of it, and I'm not expecting to, but even any side money is always good, you know.
right.
So
Yeah, I mean, definitely if it can make you, if you can keep up making the designs and everything. Uh, one video, and I can't remember who. I think it was Dusty that actually said that, you know, if you make a shirt, you know, people in China or wherever, they're going to copy that because it's not copyrighted.
right,
And so basically you have to continuously be putting in new designs, like regularly.
yeah,
And, you know, and then they're going to copy those. And so those aren't going to be, you know, I guess they'll be okay, but you're not going to get sales, or you're going to, it'll decrease your sales because they're going to be cheaper prices on them,
yeah.
and somebody else will be
But
selling the same thing.
their t-shirt designs are actually pretty fairly priced too. I've looked
Uh
at like buying Amazon merch t-shirts,
huh.
and they actually aren't really that expensive. I know that it'll still be cheaper. I see what you're saying, like for the China,
Right.
but I don't know. Yeah, and that's kind of with anything though. Anything design related, unless you're getting, copyrights and everything else.
Right.
They're always going to take it, but I think it's fun. I like it. So that's the only thing for me. It's kind of like something other than eBay that I don't have to. I don't know. I like artsy stuff, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of my
It's
thing.
a little bit something different to that you can, I don't want to say play around with, but you can kind of do it on your off time or whatever. So yeah, I think I would agree with that.
And I
I
can
think
buy my
that's a
own
great
shirt.
idea.
I can make my own shirt
Exactly.
myself, and it's cheaper because if you go to those printing companies and make one shirt, like whatever you want, it's
Uh
expensive.
huh.
It's like 20 some dollars. But if you make it on merch, then you can just buy it yourself, and it's
Right.
actually a lot cheaper too. So I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna try it.
Yeah. I had my daughter's making. She has a Cricut machine, and so she's making me a couple of shirts. I wanted her to make a couple with like the maybe like chick picker on it, and then maybe one with like um oh, I can't remember, one with my YouTube, um or something like that, so that way I could wear it when I'm sourcing, or just things like that, kind of advertise.
Mhm. That would be cool. I want a Cricut, but
Yeah, my daughter in North Carolina has one, and she doesn't do a whole lot with it. She used to, um, but she does a lot of like the car logos.
mhm.
The vinyl that you put on the cars. She does a lot of those. And then my other daughter, she has a boutique on. I think she sells on Etsy, and then she has her own website, and she makes shirts for like babies, more for smaller kids and things. So she does a lot, has a lot of different designs, and like baby's first birthday, and
Mhm.
um, she does a lot of what do you call it, like the different, oh, what would you call it, the different holidays. She does that. So like Halloween, she's super, super busy. Thanksgiving, Christmas, those are all really busy times for her. So, and she's able to stay home with her son,
Yeah, that's
So,
cool though. I mean, hi, Sally.
Hi.
Morning, night.
Yeah, it's about good night.
I was wondering where you were at. I was like, what happened to Sally? Did she go to bed?
I almost did.
Oh my gosh. We need you in here. We need you to be strong.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Well, what?
I sold a jersey twice.
Oh no. I
Dang
used
it.
it. I'm sorry.
Like, yeah. Didn't we just talk about this like yesterday or something?
Yeah, because I've done this twice this week. Like this week.
Somebody bought it and then didn't pay for it, so it went into unpaid assistant. And then so whenever it did that, they sent me a message saying you can relist this item, and there was a link to relist. And so I clicked on the link and I relisted it. Once. I didn't relist it twice.
So I wonder. If it got relisted by you and by them.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they automatically relisted it and sent me a thing to relist it.
So then it sold twice, or what? What happened?
It did.
Like,
it sold twice.
Like overnight or something?
Yep.
Oh Lord. Of course
like
it would,
at
right?
the same time. Like it was on an auction. On both sales, it was on an auction.
Oh no.
And it sold twice and they paid for it.
Of course they both paid for it.
I know.
The time that you wouldn't want them to pay, they pay.
So do you have do you have the jersey?
I have one.
Okay. So you'll just have to count.
So this is the thing. One sold for I started one at $4 and I started another one at $9.
Okay.
And so the one that bought it for $4, I sent them a message and said, hey, is there any way that, I told them what happened or whatever, that it got double listed and for some reason, and that, it was a mistake, and, that I was very sorry and all of that. And I said, if you want to go through my store and see if there's anything else that I can send you, I'll just send that instead. Otherwise I'll have to cancel the sell. And so hopefully they message me soon. This freaking sucks.
And when you cancel it, you might be able to go into the, buyer requested, and you might be able to do that. I mean, that's an option. So
I didn't get a ding for mine. Mine both turned out fine. One of them I sent out something that was similar and they didn't say nothing, and I full refunded them. And I left them a message. And then the other one, the more recent one, I just talked to the lady and she was like, oh, it's fine. Just, I said, well, would you mind canceling it? And she's like, yeah, that's fine, but I don't know how to do it. And I was trying to explain it, and then I was like, would you like me to just cancel it for you on my end, and you'll have to accept it? And she's like, yeah, that's great. And I did it, and everything was fine. So hopefully
that's good.
The person checks their messages and stuff.
I would have just sent them something similar if it was something like that. But a jersey, it's like a hockey jersey, and I
Right.
only have one, you know, and it has a name on it, and you know, it's not something that I can just send
Right.
something else in replace of it, you know.
Right.
But I told them if they didn't to, you know, want anything else, I could just cancel the sale and, you know, send them a refund for everything.
Yeah.
And that would be, you know, that would be fine too. But it's just, I hate that. And then I had an offer on a camera, an old camera, but I don't know where it's at. And I haven't accepted the offer because I want to make sure I have it
Right.
still before I do that.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you, Sassy.
Yep. Yeah, we all appreciate you coming on every day,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
know,
thank
especially
you.
after working. Even though I was bugging.
Even though you're what?
I said even though I was bugging, because I
You're
sent you a
bugging.
message. Yeah, I sent you a
Oh,
message like, "Where the heck are you? What are you doing?"
yeah. I'm gonna have time off soon.
Why?
Well,
Did
just
you get in
because,
trouble?
no.
Oh,
I'm surprised, but yeah, I didn't get in trouble. No, but my boss did schedules for like all the way up until the middle of December, and yeah, which we didn't expect her to do, but she went ahead and there was a couple of weeks where she put me only for like 30 hours. And she said, well, just on those days, whenever you want to take it, put your PTO in for those days, you know. And she said, I did that on purpose, not, you know, not to like, you know, cut your hours or anything, but you could just put your PTO in for those days. I'm like, cool.
wow.
I'm talking like, you know,
Just,
3-4 days off in a
just
row, and
yeah, that'll be
good.
nice.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So did, so did that one gal? Did she get all the holidays off again? That
Oh no,
Margot chick? No. Oh, that's
no, I
good.
don't think so.
Good. I probably shouldn't have said her name out loud, but
Oh well, she knows I hate her guts.
It's not hidden.
It's not a secret. I know. I'm awful. Oh well.
well, that's good. I'm glad that you're gonna
I mean,
get
I
a
don't
couple
hate
of
her
days
guts.
off.
I shouldn't have said that. I truly don't hate her guts. She annoys the shit out of me.
Right. I mean, you've hated somebody before, and
Her
you
her
know
name's
how.
not Margot. It's Marjo.
Oh, of course she had to be different.
Margot says, "What's her name?"
Of course she had to be different.
Um, no, but you know, I just deal with her. She's just annoying as shit, you know, and she's stupid. But oh well, I deal with it, you know,
Yeah,
just because I have to.
Because
But
I feel you. I feel you.
you know, people that just annoy you and do stupid shit just to
Yeah,
annoy you.
yeah,
yeah.
That's
I
exactly
know.
what it is. And
Yeah,
I
and
just,
she
I
knows
think,
how to get under your skin, maybe, or
yeah, definitely. And I just, and she knows I'm deaf. So, like, she snickers rude comments, you know, to my coworkers and, you know,
yeah.
and shit like that. And so, and they don't want to get in the middle of it. So like, if I ask them what she said, they're not gonna act like, they're gonna act like she didn't say anything,
Right.
whatever. But I know she did. I could see it on her face.
Right.
I'm just like, just totally not worth it.
I feel you.
So yeah, so I got it. Brandon stayed the night at his mom's last night. I kicked him out. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I just got all kinds of drama going on over here.
Dang, girl.
No, he actually went to his mom's to stay the night because he babysat his niece and nephew so that his parents can go to a hotel somewhere for their honeymoon, or not honeymoon, for their fucking honeymoon anniversary.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Well, that
I'm
was
laughing at
nice.
myself today.
That was nice because I'm assuming Grandma had to work.
Yeah, Grandma had to work, so he watched Kirsty and Kevin, and
Well, that's good.
made him dinner and all that, and of course his dogs are going crazy because they're used to sleeping with him, so they slept with Jonah last night. Poor Jonah. Jonah's being surrogate.
Oh my gosh.
Jonah, I came home this morning and Jonah's like, please evacuate my room. Take them.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Where's Danicki at this morning?
She went to the hospital yesterday.
Oh no.
I know. I seen that.
She said she was having trouble breathing. So I was like, well, at least, that's one way to get you to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't the right thing to say, but
No, but she needed to go if she was having trouble breathing, definitely.
Right.
Is she okay?
Yeah. She got some steroids. So
now she's gonna be feisty because she's gonna feel better.
Yeah. She says she's raring to go when she takes her steroids. So yeah, I think she kind of went a little bit too long with this. So
yeah, she was sick forever. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just get worried about her because she got to be careful. The older that you get, the more careful that you have to be with things
that
like
can turn into pneumonia really quick.
Yeah.
when you're older or younger, yeah.
Okay, they said yes, that they'll take just a refund. So
well, that's good.
That's good.
That's a good thing.
But they only wanted the jersey, so
I started a new thing now, and we'll see how it affects my listing speed, but I'm doing my drafts on the computer, and then I'm just inserting the pictures off my phone, like on the app on my phone. And I used to do it all on my phone, and yesterday I did a batch, and it was really fast.
Yeah.
Like I did 15, and it took me like an hour, and I was like, whoa.
It's much faster when you do. I think it's much faster doing it that way. Like you take your pictures or you do your listing, either one first, and then because there's some people that like take all their pictures at once, because they're over there or whatever. They take all their pictures at once and then come back and do the listing. But I like to have the item in my hand while I'm doing the listing and then go take pictures of it afterwards.
Right.
And so it just depends on how how you prefer, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's super easier than doing it all on your phone. Valerie
Right.
used to do it all on her phone.
Hmm. And,
And
the thing that Sally told me was that, she said, well, you're missing a lot of areas where, as far as the listing goes, you're missing a lot because not everything is on the phone that is on the desktop.
are you
So
seeing that, Jessica?
Huh?
Are you seeing that? Like how
Yeah.
different it is?
Okay, so I'm not seeing like a huge difference. They're kind of similar, but I don't. But I have I have an Android, but I have a lot of the same fields so far
yeah,
that I've noticed.
yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, I just think it's smoother because I'm not a slow typer either. I type really fast.
Yeah.
It's just quicker. Like, and but I do need to the only thing that I have to get used to is checking the mobile friendly. But I do like that I can do a better item description and have like an insert, and it's
yeah,
not such a pain in the ass.
right.
Yeah, and also you can add more item specifics too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is definitely,
Speaking of item specifics, I was watching a YouTuber. She had a new video up, and it said something about 3 easy ways to get your sales up. I listened to those, somebody might know something that I don't know.
Right.
I don't know everything, believe it or not.
Right.
But so she put,
Don't.
so there was like 2 things that, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But there was a third thing that she said, and it really kind of almost raised an eyebrow to me, and it sounded good. So she was saying in your item specifics, if you have a piece of clothing and it gives you a style number, to put the style number in the item specifics.
Really?
And she said, so if a person is looking for a specific shirt and they put J. Crew and the style number, your item will come up.
Oh.
Huh.
So, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
If you can find, now I don't know, like on most things, I don't know if there's a style number. I've seen it before,
I have
but
too.
I never paid much attention to it.
You
So,
know,
but
another thing
it does make
I
sense.
believe to be true is that if somebody's looking something specifically
Mm-hmm.
for something, like a black shirt with white dots or black shirt with polka dots or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. If you put in the item specifics that the design is black with white polka dots, that will come up just
Mm-hmm.
like as if it was a keyword in your title.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, it will come up.
Right.
So, that's why, see, a lot of people think that, it just takes too much time or whatever. But whenever you fill in little things like that, then you have more of a chance of being seen,
Right.
you know, if someone is searching for it,
Right.
searching for that specific item.
Right.
So to me, it makes sense.
Right. Um, and I was thinking the other day, like, I think a lot of mistakes are made because we get into, yes, we have we have a goal of a certain amount. We want to try and list as much as we can and, get as much stuff up. But I think sometimes when you are doing that, you also are making mistakes. I think people are making mistakes. And so,
Yeah.
it's not so much, you have to have quality listings. You can't just, throw a bunch of shit up there and hope it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, make sure that your listing is the best listing that it can be. And that is another reason why that I do the drafts, is because I can touch it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I didn't catch a hole while I'm doing the drafts, I'm surely going to catch the hole if I'm steaming it. If I don't catch it then, I'm going to catch it when I'm taking pictures. So
Right.
I'm looking at, now a lot of people think, well, that's too much. I don't want to touch my item that much. I don't want to do that. But I want to do that because if I notice at the very end when I'm putting it in the bag and I've already, I haven't hit the list button yet and I find a hole, I want to be able to make that decision. Well, are you going to go ahead and sell this, or are you not going to sell this?
Right.
And if I am, then I need to go back in the conditions and I need to fix that. And then so, don't get so wrapped up in how many you're doing, but more of, the quality that you're putting up, because I think that has a lot to do with it too, and it helps with your returns also.
Yes, it does.
So, if you're taking the time to look over your item, whether it's clothing or, whatever, I think you have a better chance of, number one, not getting a return, and the person really liking it. Because ultimately that's what we want. We want our customers to like the item that we're sending them. We don't want to send them, list something, oh yeah, it's, pristine condition and everything, and then it's a piece of crap. We don't want that. I don't want
Yeah.
that. Because I know how I would feel if I ordered something and, received a piece of junk. I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about selling. Hi everybody, by the way.
Hi,
That's one thing
Nikki.
I like about selling collectibles and stuff is, sometimes people get this stuff that they've been looking for forever, and it makes them feel so good to get it.
Right. So how are you? They let you out, I see.
Yeah, they let me out.
Well, thank
They
goodness.
let me out with medicine.
That's good. Are you raring to go this morning?
Yeah.
You got your roids taken and everything?
Right.
I like
What?
my favorite is the steroid shot. Oh my gosh, it works so fast and you feel like a new person.
Yeah.
I'm like, give it to me in my butt. I don't care.
I told Jason on the comments last night. I said, "You better be nice to me because I'm on roids. I could have roid rage." That's only gave me a few days of it, so by the time I get up, I'll be coming down again. I know I was so excited when she said she was giving me prednisone. I was like, yes, I am going to have so much energy the next few days. I can't wait. Jessica, if you didn't know, prednisone would be my drug of choice. If I could take any drug in the world
Oh, I
and
know. I
not
love
kill
steroids.
myself,
Yeah.
prednisone would be my drug of choice.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
you
always
get
looks at me like I'm stupid. They're like, what? Out of all the pain pills you could have, it's like, nope. Prednisone does it all. I love it.
yeah, my mom says the same thing. But it is
If I
great.
was a druggie, I'd do prednisone.
Yep.
I am not a druggie, nor do I ever want to be. I'm just saying I love prednisone.
I am a druggie. I mean,
The only
I'm
thing
not.
that I
I'm
don't
not a druggie.
I like prednisone if you take it for a few days, but when you take it like consistently, it definitely adds weight. It puts a weight on you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you
Like
kind of have to be careful with that.
my
I've
friend, a friend of ours, he has had to take high doses of prednisone for quite a few years now, and at least probably 5 or 6 years. or he'll die.
Yeah.
And he's got the moon face and everything else. The bones are getting eaten and all that. You know, eat your bones and everything else.
Yeah.
And it scares me because with Gary's autoimmune disease, like I told you about his pemphigus vulgaris, they had him on prednisone, high doses of prednisone, to get it under control. And he was on it for, gosh, over a year. And he ended up getting diabetes from it and everything. He had to take a whole bunch of pills to counteract all the side effects from prednisone. And luckily, he didn't get that moon face or anything. He wasn't on it long enough. But he did gain some weight. And yeah, I mean, like when I'm on prednisone, I like can't get enough to eat.
Right.
Anyways, and it was terrible. I mean, yeah. But luckily this like I said, this steroid inhaler has enough steroid in it to not hurt him, but and to control his disease, you know. So.
Right. Right.
Yeah, when they got him off of prednisone, his diabetes went away, this went away, that went away, everything went away, and I'm lucky because that could have just as well happened to Gary. What's happening to this guy I know, a good friend of the family, and he's on those high doses of prednisone, and I mean he's had so many problems. They've wanted to put him in hospice 5 times. You know, that's how bad off he is, and
Wow.
and if he didn't have the prednisone, he'd die. You know, even though the prednisone is slowly but surely eating away at his bones and killing him slowly. Yeah, prednisone's a dangerous drug. Ain't nothing to mess around with.
Anybody else get not to change the subject, sorry, but anybody else get a credit for $30? I'm assuming for their promoted listings.
I haven't looked.
It's in my account summary, like where it says your latest invoice amount, and then it'll say credits or payments or refunds applied to your latest invoice.
I thought we were supposed to get a refund for that, or credit for that.
Did you use promoted listings?
Yeah.
Last month? Then yeah, that's what you're getting it for. So you get a $30 credit, so it comes on. Did you use them last month?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you're getting it on this bill. So like,
okay.
I got a $25 charge for promoted listings, but when I was talking to the rep last night about my bill, he's like, well, but that'll be a credit for next bill, because I was talking to him about my $500 bill. So you probably got a charge for it on last bill if you look at the breakdown, but this bill you got it back.
Okay.
So like next bill I'll get $25 credit unless I use, well, and then if I use more.
I think that's just per quarter though. I don't think that's every month.
For you guys, it's every month.
Okay. For Anchor Store?
Yep.
Okay.
But for us, it's only every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And do they give us the $30 credit even if we don't use $30?
No.
To use it.
You have to, yeah, you have to use it.
Which I think is way worth it, but you know, because this is how I look at it, because I've been we started this new program at work where you got a card and you swipe the card. It's kind of like Speedway or whatever, like, you know, bonus points or whatever, and you can spend it in the store like cash. Basically it's like a promotion.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like advertising or whatever, because you know, like you see all, you know, this amount of sale, like, you know, like say it's, you know, for one day our sales add up to like $12,000. So it shows $12,000, and then it shows how much they gave to customers that day for, like as far as points and stuff that will amount to money. And it's like $65.
Oh.
So they paid $65 to make 12,000.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is,
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
so you kind of have to just think about it like that, like, yeah, I want to make, $100 and, only have to pay, $2.40 or whatever.
Right.
I will totally do that all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, they're and then when they put the credit, when they give you a credit, I mean, it's basically saying, okay, you advertise. We're going to advertise your stuff. You're going to, we're going to help you do that.
Yeah.
Because we want more people to see your stuff, so we're gonna help you do that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna even give you a credit to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great idea.
Well, the problem is that everybody is so big on this eBay thing, that eBay just keeps charging us and charging us and charging us. Well, sure they do. Everywhere you go charges you.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it's just eBay. Everything we do,
one way or another, they're going to charge you.
Yeah, everything we do, we get charged for something. And now if we had a brick and mortar, I mean, I know I've said this before, but if we had a brick and mortar, we'd be paying a hell of a lot more to have a brick and mortar store for rent, insurance, utilities, everything. I mean, everything. An employee to help us out.
Yep.
I mean, and let me tell you, the taxes and stuff and the insurance and all that, that's going to cost a hell of a lot more than you're ever going to pay eBay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
And that's every month.
Totally.
Yeah, and also
agree.
you get a discount on shipping.
Yeah.
You're able to use priority mail, and that gives you $100 insurance. I mean, there's benefits to it.
Yeah. And I understand, every month I grumble too about having to pay that bill. Oh God, I gotta pay this bill. But when it comes down to it, think about how much you're really paying. I mean,
right.
It is so minuscule. And if you had a brick and mortar store, you'd be paying out all these fees, and you wouldn't even get a quarter of the audience that you do with eBay.
Right.
You are getting worldwide eyes on your stuff.
Exactly.
Anybody that has a tush can go on eBay and look at your stuff.
Yep.
Anybody that has a what?
A tushy.
Oh.
A rear end.
That's what I thought you said, and I was like, what?
Okay. So anybody that can sit on their ass can be on YouTube. I mean, eBay.
And YouTube.
I gotcha. I understand now.
You try to watch your language on the show.
Okay, Beth says Anchor stores don't get the credit every month. It's still quarterly, but Anchor gets an additional $25 credit. I could have swore it said every month.
I heard every month.
Well,
but
I'm gonna look it up.
I could be wrong.
Every month seems a bit excessive, but I don't know. I could
It
be wrong.
does. It does happen. I can be wrong sometimes.
I could be wrong all the time.
Oh,
And then I could be wrong again.
Right. Daily. It happens daily.
Mhm.
I'm trying. That's all that matters.
Well, the thing is, we need to look at it because we don't want to put out wrong information.
true.
Yeah, I'm
Very
gonna
true.
go look it up right now. I'm just in the middle of something. Give me a second.
Oh,
I'm eating burritos.
that sounds good.
Oh my.
Burritos.
I actually made breakfast last night, so I got some biscuits in there, and I got some bacon in there. You're gonna make me
I'm
a
on
little.
prednisone, so I'll probably gain 20 pounds when I'm on prednisone.
Hopefully not. So did they just give it to you in the package and you like taper down? Is that what they gave you?
They gave it to
Nikki?
me in a pill bottle.
Oh, in a full bottle. Okay.
And no, I don't ever taper down. I just stop taking it. They've never given it to me like that before.
Really? Because usually
Gary,
they'll,
they have, but not me.
yeah, they usually they'll do like the, I don't know, it's like 3 or 4 tablets like the first day, and then you just kind of. But who knows? Maybe they decided that didn't work
Oh.
appropriately or something like that. So, wouldn't surprise me.
I think what it is because Gary thought it was weird too. You're on it for so little time that it's not.
Yeah,
You don't
but
get.
Not.
I think they usually do that for longer, like a week. I don't know how much you got, but usually, like, if you're on it for like a week or more, they taper. So, like, if you just got like a couple days supply, usually they won't taper that because by the time
I'm
it
on it
hits
for a week.
you, yeah, I've done steroids my whole life. My life goal pretty much is just doing steroids. Apparently, I didn't know it broke down your bones though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll eat
I
your
have
bones.
to take it. I have to take it constantly because I have chronic like bronchitis and stuff like that. And it's terrible. I mean, I love it because it makes me feel better. But yeah, it does make me. Yeah, you can tell. But what do? You know what I mean? It's like, do you just sit and not breathe and not? I mean, I don't know because I always get to the point where breathing treatments don't do anything. Like I can't. Nothing helps besides the steroids. So what do you do?
Doctor doesn't like to put me on steroids because I was on steroids when I had pneumonia. I had pneumonia and I was on steroids at the time. And she's like, okay, well, this didn't work. So I need to try something else.
They make me angry. The pills do, but I like the shot.
Yeah.
I literally get roid rage. It's kind of funny, but it's not at the same time. Because I'm like, everybody just leave me alone. And I just go hide. I get like a normal teenager when I'm on steroids. Seriously, I'm like,
I don't get.
yeah.
I've been on longer stints of prednisone. It don't bother me. I'm actually happier on prednisone because I have no pain and I have energy. I'm 10-foot tall, bulletproof when I'm on prednisone.
Yeah, I mean, I like the energy, I do, but I don't know where to funnel it, I guess. I'm always super energetic, though. Like, that's my problem. I'm super hyper, like, constantly. I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, I don't know how I'm not a stick because I'm like, I constantly am just going and going, and yeah, it doesn't stop. Even at night, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. One day I'll be able to eat everything and be tiny, and it'll happen.
Yeah, Sharky Mom Dill says I took it for over 25 years. Messed me up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken it since I was a kid.
It's an amazing drug. It's like a cure-all. I mean, you can take it for
Yeah.
many different things, but yeah, if you have to take it for a long period of time in high doses, it will mess you up.
Yeah.
That's why I always said if I could have a drug of choice that wouldn't kill me or make me sick or screw me up, it would be prednisone.
Yeah.
But I know what it does to you, so yeah, I would never take it like that. But if they gave me a drug of choice, that's what it would be.
Oh, just give me a little bit of Mary Jane, and I'll be happy as pie. Excuse me. I would probably be a person that would move to Colorado, but they get snow there, so I probably won't be doing that.
My dad, the other day, he has rheumatoid arthritis, so he has to take chemo pills, and he hates them. And so the other day we're sitting at my son's baseball, and he's like, "Oh, I got off the chemo medicine," and I was like, "What?" Like, because if he does that, he can't move, he can't walk down the stairs, he can't function, and he owns a business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, I decided to take a natural route." So I thought he was token, and I'm like, "Dad, what?" And he's like, "Oh no, look at these. It's some kind of root or something. Look at these pills." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I was cracking up because I was like, "Oh," because he's like, "Don't tell nobody," and I'm like, "What are you doing?" It was hilarious. I was dying. I really thought that he was like, yeah, I thought that he went to the marijuana train and he was killing himself.
Well, I have a friend that she suffers from a disease. She's actually a carrier of a disease, and it affects her movement, her muscles, and so she can't do a lot of, like, she's lost the use of her legs. Just she's slowly going downhill, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so she started smoking marijuana. She was using the oil, and then because I mean, she is on morphine. She was on morphine and Dilaudid, and I mean, you know how that stuff makes you. I mean, it makes you like a zombie. You just it might take away the pain, but you're pretty much out of it, I would think. And so she started smoking it, and she's like, "Oh my gosh," she said, "what a difference." So I said, "Hey, you know what? You go for it. You do that. You do whatever it takes to make you feel like a person again."
I've tried the oil for like anxiety, and it actually isn't bad. Like, I tried the low dose, the one that you just put under your tongue or whatever, and I'm like, I mean, I never like did it again, but I did try it, and it was not bad. Like, it was just like not, and it wasn't like if you smoke, it's like, it was more like just calming. Like, it wasn't, does that make sense? Like, it wasn't quite as intense as, oh, I just, smoked some and I'm driving around. Like, no, it was just like, I just felt better. Like, it was just something, I don't know. It wasn't the same. Like, you didn't feel high, but you felt better. It was pretty nice. It was a good thing.
Well, a lot of the oils, they don't have the THC in them. They just have the other factors, the other ingredients to them. So I'm sure that's probably why You didn't
Yeah,
feel high. You just felt
yeah, and it was
like you
good. I
were
mean,
okay as far as pain wise. So
yep.
Well, like I said the other day, when I had that excruciating back pain, and they gave me that whole cocktail of many different pain medicines and stuff like that, um, anti-inflammatory and all that other. And she said that it should have had me on the ground drooling, but it didn't hardly affect me because I had so much pain. Well, maybe that's what you know the pot is doing, is it's helping that pain and doing what it's supposed to do,
right.
and so then that's why you're not feeling high from it.
Yeah.
And she said
Well, that's good. Checking on
if you didn't have the pain that you had, that medicine she gave me I would have been on the floor drooling. She said it. So that's how she could tell how much pain I was in.
Right.
And she gave me 2 different shots of that stuff, and it still didn't make me la la. Made me puke
Yeah, I
really
think it
bad.
can be. I think it can be a great thing, and I think it can be bad too. I think it's just how you use it. Just like painkillers,
Mm-hmm.
just like
Alcohol.
anti-anxiety pills, just like alcohol, just like anything. I mean, it can be abused, but at the same time, it can be great. So I'm all for people giving it to their kids when they can't, when they have these things that and they've tried everything, and then they give their kid the oil or whatever, and all of a sudden, yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. Go do what you need to do. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like you could be giving them. I'd rather give my kid that than if something happened real bad to him, then I would give him painkillers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather give him something natural than some toxic shit that somebody concocted in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. And I'm not even like
That's true.
and I'm not even like, oh, pro. Like I've seen the crappy side of it too. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I definitely get why you would want to use it for things. Yeah. So yeah, not a bad thing, I don't think.
Well, I'm sure that the drug companies have something to say about people using, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons why it's not legal, federally,
Oh,
or I mean that should be something you can go to your drugstore and buy.
I
The way that
just seen a
I see it.
video. I just seen a video about this. Like, I started watching it, and it was explaining how marijuana became like a criminalized
Mhm.
subject. Like how how it became illegal.
Mhm.
And
it wasn't the people, it was the companies, I would assume.
well, it started out with one guy, and he basically made it into a racist thing, saying Mexicans like marijuana and we don't like Mexicans, so we're going after them. And we're going after
What?
marijuana. Yeah. That's what it started out with. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. But he was like in the government or whatever, and that's what he said. And so that's what started it. It's nuts.
Mexicans like marijuana.
I know.
I'm gonna ask my boyfriend what he thinks of this when he wakes up.
Is he Mexican?
Oh yeah, like full Mexican. Like dark as dark can be.
I used to look like a Mexican.
Did you?
Yeah, I was dark enough to be a Mexican.
Really? That's crazy.
Oh yeah. And now, I mean, like, I'm white, but I used to be like super dark. But like here, I hardly go outside.
Yeah, I get dark if I go outside, but I don't ever leave my fucking hole. I'm sorry.
I'm a hermit.
Yeah, I said naughty words.
Except at night whenever I go to work.
You know,
He's a vampire.
I just sit here. No, I don't. I really do a lot, but I do stay in the house all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I like to be in the sun sometimes. I like being outside in the sun and stuff, and going to the beach. And I didn't go to the beach at all this year or last year.
Yeah, who has time for that?
Not me.
Got stuff to do.
I didn't make any time for it either.
I know.
That's my own damn
fault.
fault.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't think I went swimming once. I only went fishing once this year.
Yeah. Me and Brandon used to go fishing all the time, almost every day.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to love fishing. I still love it, but I just haven't had time.
Well, they raised the price here too. I think it's like almost $50 for a license now, which is crazy. Yeah, it's like almost $50.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For a fishing license?
Yeah.
And then you have to get all the lake permits too, for us.
Oh.
Here you only have to get a permit if you're like out on like Lake Michigan or something, and you're looking for like the big fish.
Yeah, no, we have to get lake permits. In some counties even have an additional permit too. It's stupid expensive. I mean, just to go fishing one time, it could be up to $70.
Well, I suppose up here we have so many lakes and stuff and so much fish that they don't have that. But down there, I suppose you guys have limited.
But there's mustache, and it says a license to fish, pot is legal. What the fuck and why?
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah. People need to start thinking about some shit.
All about that money.
Yeah. Well, that goes right back to what I said about eBay. Everything costs money. Everything.
Sad, but
eBay is a business, just like all of us have a business. eBay is a business, and they're in the business to make money. They're not in the business. They're not put here to help us out. They're not put here to do for us. I mean, yes, we are their boss. We are their customer or whatever. But, I mean, there's lots of sellers out there. So if we're not happy, you can move along and they can get more sellers in our place. You know.
Yeah.
But they don't owe us anything. They don't, you know. If we don't want to sell, then they just say move on.
Yep.
We're a punk rocker for nothing, huh? Oh, the fishing license was $10.
I was gonna say that seems a lot higher than.
No, I thought it was the pot that was $10.
Now
I said pot's $10. Can you send me some?
Now for
$10
marriage, for a double license, here you can get a couple's license, and that's only it's like 17 $17 each. But if you get like the couple's license, you end up saving like $5 or $10 here.
See,
If you're married.
you can.
We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that either, where you can like do a double thing or anything like that. But like
I didn't know that.
you just
should check on it.
just for a
either.
regular, fishing license, it costs like it's like $43 or something.
A person?
Seriously,
That's ridiculous.
yes.
That sounds really dumb.
They
Even
they raised that, and they also raised trail permits here. So it's, to me, it's like, it's pretty much worth, I don't want to get a fishing license and then hello, and then and then not use it as much as I wanted to. I sold a shirt. Ha 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 ha. A serenade.
Sally, I sold that those cigar boxes.
You did?
Yeah.
How much?
I sold them for, I believe it was $18.99.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was a good sell, and then somebody paid for their stuff. So
Yeah.
it's somebody opened it up the floodgates. Apparently.
Yeah.
Open.
Now, if they'll just pay for Big Mouth Billy Bass.
All right. A resident annual for Michigan is only $26. A non-resident is $76.
It might be different in our
your hunt and fish resident. If you want a combination hunting and fishing license, that's $76.
No. Maybe it's because of our township or something.
I'm on the Michigan Fishing Guide website.
I don't know.
But usually, I mean, they don't. If it's
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I thought $50 to fish. I could see hunting, but fishing, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty. Because I think it's around. I would say it's probably around $20 around here. $15, $20.
It's not for me. It's not $20 for me. Not even close. I'll have to look it up now.
I think even $26 is a lot of money for fishing license, but yeah, they charge you for everything.
Last night I was doing all the laundry and I bent over and now I can't, I couldn't even walk for a second. I couldn't even move. And now I can't, it hurts so bad. I did something to my lower back.
It's not good.
Yeah, it was lovely. Well, I don't even know. I've never had my back go out or anything, but I even was I texted my mom and I was like, Mom, I think my back just went out. I couldn't even, I couldn't do anything. And she's like, and she didn't answer because she didn't care, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but it hurt. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll burk it. Let's see.
Yeah, Kansas fishing is $27.50, and the hunt fish combo is $47.50.
Well, that makes sense why Sally thought it was $50. So it would be over $50 for her and Brandon to get a license.
Right.
And they don't have the combination or the couple's license. Like Wisconsin has a couple's license, which is cheaper than getting a license for both of you.
Right.
I think the reason it's so expensive maybe where I'm at is because I have to get that license and I have to get all the lake permits.
Well, I imagine in Kansas, there's not as many lakes and fish aren't as available as there are up here.
There's lakes.
There's lakes. There's a lot of ponds. There's a lot of ponds. A lot of fishing holes.
I mean, like up here, we have big lakes, and we have all the small lakes, and
right. Probably not. We probably don't have near as many as you all do. I'm gonna run this stuff outside. I'll be right back.
When I moved down to southern Minnesota, to find a fishing hole was like hard, and Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes.
Yeah.
You know, and whereas up here, I can go to damn near any lake and find good fishing. You know. I was kind of sad I missed my show last night. For the second time in a row, I kind of felt bad.
Yeah, but obviously you needed to go or else you wouldn't have ended up there, so.
Yeah. Well, and another thing is if I talk too much, I start coughing too, you know.
Yeah. It gets dry and stuff, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Whereas with just me on it, I'm doing all the talking, so.
Mm-hmm.
But on a good note, I won a car for my daughter on the online auction last night for $481.
Really?
A running Chevy Malibu.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anything running for under 1,000 is a good deal.
And it's actually not in terrible shape either. I mean, it's got a couple spots of rust on it, but nothing major. Nothing like eating the body or anything kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, we could touch those up and keep them at bay if need be, you know. I mean, it's definitely not as in good a shape as our other Malibu was, but it's still in decent shape. There's nothing wrong with it. For $481, I got a killer deal.
And a car is a car, really. Like, if it gets you where you need to go, that's all that matters.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're pretty much looking for something to get her on the road, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't have to keep going and getting her, and she doesn't have to keep using my husband's truck. But she's like, "Oh, I like having to share a vehicle with Daddy, because ever since when I got sick, my husband started just driving into town up on his way to work, and she'd drop him off at work and take his vehicle, and then I would go pick him up around 3:00 when he got done, and then she would give him his truck back when she got back at 5:00. But and she's like, I kind of like sharing it because every time my husband would pick her up, he'd stop at the gas station first, buy her coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and so she gets free breakfast every morning.
That's funny. Well, that's kind of a pain for you, though, to have to, stop what you might be doing or working on, and then, not that you can't do it. I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just
I definitely know.
pain. So that's good that you got her something.
Yeah. Yeah, I get to pick it up tomorrow. So.
Oh, did you buy the car?
Yeah, $481.
That's not bad.
Well, I mean, it'll cost me like $500 because of all the stupid transfer fees and taxes and all that. But yeah, a running vehicle for $500, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So are you feeling better, Nikki?
No, not yet, but
Did they fix you?
I hope so. A little too
Good.
soon to tell, but
Well, I'm glad you went in.
it's yesterday. Excuse me. Sorry. Yesterday I felt better, I thought, but then I had that breathing issue, and I was like, oh shit.
Well, it sucks to have to cough that much, but on the good note, at least you know it's breaking up and it's coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least you're still coughing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
When you stop coughing, that's...
Yeah, otherwise that stuff just sits in your lungs.
Yeah. And then you get a vacation in the hospital. Which is not really a vacation because
it's not really a very good vacation.
Every hour on the hour.
I don't know, it might be good because the last time I was in the hospital for 7 days, Gary cleaned the house from top to bottom.
Oh, gosh.
Last time I was in the hospital, I was having a baby.
Oh, my gosh.
So how have sales been? Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. I've had a few that are just awaiting payment, and slowly those are getting either paid for or unpaid assistance is getting a hold of them. So
yeah, it was okay. Like the weekend, I thought was a little bit slower and stuff. You know, I mean, I still did sales, but it just wasn't real popping. But then yesterday it did pick up. But Christmas is selling. I sold a $200 ceramic tree yesterday.
Oh wow!
All are sitting on any Christmas stuff. You should probably list it.
I know. I was hoping to get a lot of my Christmas listed this week, but with this cold and everything, I haven't been able to. But
I've been like, I would say almost every day I'm selling some kind of Christmas. It might be something small or something better, but anyway. Yeah. I sold out of nativity sets like maybe I think last week or something like that. I did pick up a couple more yesterday, but I mean I sold out of the nativity sets, stuff like that. Stupid decorations, you know.
Which Jim and Carrie just put out a new video, so go watch it.
How do you like the beginning of the video?
That was funny.
He's in there when he's got no shirt on. I don't know if you could tell, because I'm like, well, why didn't you commit and just have your jacket off? You know, don't do it halfway. Just go for it all the way.
It was funny.
Yeah, that's what we did yesterday. We left right away in the morning. I dropped my kid off at school. We had to go to Rylander and pick up some shipping supplies because we were out of like plastic wrap. So then we ended up going to all these thrift stores and stuff. So I was pretty much gone all day.
That's good though.
The day before, I come home from taking my kid to school, and Jim's out there running around on the road looking like a crazy man because all our horses are loose and running up and down the road.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I come home. He looks like a crazy chipmunk, you know. So I had to deal with that. Yeah, it's been kind of exciting couple days.
So how was he gonna? I mean, was he just gonna try and get him back in the yard, or?
Well, he's out there with some grain. He's trying to, because grain, I mean, usually you can lure them in, but they're all kind of crazy and stuff. And usually, if you catch one, if you catch like one of the leader ones, you can get the other ones to follow. So he had a halter and grain and a hammer in case he found the spot where the fence was broke. So he's running around there, and they don't come to him anyway. And I have this bigger pony, which I don't know why. Jim's never been mean to it, but it absolutely hates Jim. It won't go near him. It runs away. So they would run away, and then the other horses would follow. So I come home, and it kind of ran in by our south fence. And then I said, give me that halter. So I caught one right away. And then he didn't even help me. I caught one, and then I got a rope around another one's neck, so I had two because there was, let me think, I have 6. There was like 4 out, 3 or 4, 4 with the pony. So I had 2, and once you get 2, then the rest will sort of follow. So anyway, It was exciting.
I thought that's weird. Don't horses usually follow?
Yeah, when you catch a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember when our pigs used to get out. Oh my God, that was horrible.
Yeah, if you catch a couple of what I call, because they'll have like friendships or like leaders. If you can catch a couple of the leaders, the other ones are just going to follow. Typically.
Yeah.
Unless you have a real independent one, but usually they follow pretty good. So
yeah.
That was our 45 minutes of excitement that morning. So I didn't get to come on your show because, well, we were chasing horses around on the road.
The excitement of the day.
Yeah, it was. I wish I had a camera to take a picture of Jim. Because when I pull in, we have 2 driveways. We have a driveway up by the house and this other driveway that goes in the back by our barn. And I see this person walk up the drive. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, who the hell is here now going to be bothering me or whatever? And here it's him. He's dragging a grain cart with him and all this stuff. I'm like, and then I see the horses running down the road. I'm like, well, that's not good.
I remember this one time, we had this one pig. His name was Stinky, and he had gotten down into the trees because we've got our barn where our barn is, and then it's all nice and flat all the way to the house and everything. Well, then a little ways behind the barn, it's flat, and then it goes down into these trees and all kinds of trees and swampy area. Down a huge hill and there's swampy area and then there's up the hill. Well, anyways, we dreaded to get the 9 pigs into that swampy tree area, because we knew we'd never get them out. Well, Stinky, we had gotten them all in there except for Stinky. Stinky didn't want to come in, and he was starting to get down by the trees. And my husband said, you know what, Stinky? If you're not back in that barn by the time I get my gun out here, you're done. My husband went and got the gun. He came back. Stinky was standing in front of the door waiting to go in the barn.
Oh my gosh!
So it was like he understood Gary,
Oh boy!
I told Gary,
there was a guy.
It was because you moved, and so he moved.
There was a guy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nikki.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, well, with a gun, there's a guy that lives like maybe 15 miles south of me. He had a couple cows, and they got out and he couldn't catch them. They're running on and off the highway. It's like 3 or 4 days they're trying to catch these cows, and they get out in the woods. They couldn't find them, and he just went out there with the gun. They were up on the roadside eating grass, and he just shot them both and killed them.
Damn.
Like wow. Federal justice, yeah. There was a bigger bull. He shot that one first because the younger one was buddies with the bigger one, and then he shot the little one too. Like,
oh wow.
Anyway.
Well, the thing with pigs is, like horses and stuff, they don't really destroy things, but like pigs, they'll rut up people's yards and stuff. So,
oh my God, have you ever had a horse running around here? Yard?
Oh my God, Nikki, you're adorable.
Yeah, well, well, we have people with $300,000-$400,000 houses that live down the road from us, and they've got lawns to match. So if these pigs would have gotten in their lawns, rutting shit up, it would have cost us a lot of freaking money.
Yeah. Okay, when you have horses galloping across manicured lawns with like irrigation,
well, yeah, I suppose
it cause a lot of damage too.
I suppose, yeah.
They don't look like a pig, but they cause damage too. They'll be in there eating shit and running stuff off, Yeah.
I'm sorry that I ran out. My coffee caught up with me.
Oh.
But what you were saying, that how it was like $30-something. Maybe they changed it because there was so many people that was like in an uproar about how much it was costing. And
well, what I said was maybe it did cost you $50 because it was $26 a person, so it probably cost you guys $50 to both get your license.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Who knows? Because they could have like put it down too, because like people were so pissed off because they were like, this is like one of the major things that people do here. Why are you going to charge so much for it?
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get so many people that are gonna try and go in the backwoods and fish because they don't want to get caught for, you know, not having a license. And you know,
Yeah.
Well, the state's got to pay for all that DNR service.
huh?
I said the state's got to pay for all that DNR service you get.
Yeah.
Well, that's like when I go to register this car, it's probably going to cost me about between $150 and $200 to register that car.
Yeah.
After all the transfer fees, I have to pay taxes in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I have to get a new title in Wisconsin. I'll be able to transfer my plates from the other Malibu.
Do you know how much it costs for us to transfer that that van in our name? $26.
Wow. Yeah, Wisconsin, they hit you hard.
Yeah, we had a governor.
Yeah.
What was his name? Doyle. He was our public, or whatever you call it, the district attorney for the state, the attorney general. Anyway, he wanted to be governor. Yeah, and he tripled our registration fees.
Oh my gosh.
One of the reasons we don't snowmobile anymore, it ain't just because we want to move somewhere warmer. The other reason is they raise registration fees so much on trail permits for snowmobiles, and now you have to have another conditional use permit where you either have to be a member of your snowmobile club, which you're going to have to volunteer hours brushing trail and shit, or you buy this tag, which, how much is that tag?
$30.
All right, you got to buy an extra $30 tag. Well, what does it cost to register snowmobile? Like $75 now?
Yeah.
You got over 100. I think you got $100 for tags on your sled. Wow. Yeah, we quit.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And we live on a
yeah.
trail. Yeah. People got trailers.
Yeah, they did that here too. They put it up so high that people don't even want to pay it. They'd rather like take their chances.
I have to say though, one thing about Wisconsin I like is they groom those trails all winter long.
True.
They send a groomer through there all winter long. So I mean, paying a little extra for the trails, I think, is a good thing because they do send that groomer through there all the time.
Yeah, but they don't get state funding anymore. That's why that happened. Yeah. They put, that was stupid for the clubs because they said, okay, yes, make people get the extra tag. What happens when you have less snowmobiles on the trail? Because they don't get all that state funding anymore to keep the trails groomed. Where's the money going to come from?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you have less people like me, who I would register probably about 5-6 snowmobiles a year, I'm not. I don't do it anymore. I'm off the trail, so that's you have revenue that ain't coming in. Snowmobiles declining. You agreed to this conditional use trail sticker that you're going to get the money for grooming. So because the state did that, so you don't get any state funding for grooming.
Yeah, now we hear the snowmobiles like Christmas week. The rest of the year, or we have the trail runs right through the property. You don't hear them.
Yeah, and I'm in the snowmobile capital of the world. I mean, I can tell you, it's way cut down here.
You used to hear that drone. It was just a perpetual drone of snowmobiles going by down the trail, and you hear them at Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year, you used to hear it, and otherwise, it's silent.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was really stupid that the clubs got into that they thought it was such a good idea. I'm like, you guys are stupid. Because when snowmobiling goes down, your revenue is going to go down for maintaining trails.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that it went down here too because, you know, of all the people that come from other states and come from downstate and stuff like that. But there's still people that will come and pay it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Ours is down. I will say that. I mean, because my snowmobile trail goes through the back of my land. I mean, it'll be busy like Christmas through New Year's, that holiday stretch. World Championship Derby, it'll pick up then. But I mean, like in the regular weekends, it's been down. Maybe if the economy's getting a little better, maybe it'll pick up a little bit again here.
Last winter gas was cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, well, nobody really cares
We were
about.
blaming on gas before, but now it's the gas prices have gone down.
All right, you're right, but nobody cares about snowmobiling. So.
I would love to go.
Charge enough, people won't show up.
Snowmobile rant over.
I love snowmobiling.
I did too. We were huge snowmobiling.
Yeah.
Get that dog out of your hair, Valerie.
I know. You can say hello. Say hello. Say hello,
so
everyone. Hello, everyone. Oh.
You see that video of that cute little chihuahua I posted on my Facebook?
Oh yeah, that is a really cute video. That makes me want to get that chihuahua. I just want to go own him.
I know. He's so cute.
He's really cute. Yeah.
And I don't
the
care
shirt
for
that I sold,
chihuahuas, but
Valerie.
he was really cute.
Hang on. Woo! Crazy. Oh, let's see here. Get on.
Put you down.
Man, he's jumping all over the place. Ooh, that's cute. That is really pretty.
It's the brand is called Serenade. SERE and then NADE.
Let's see. So now he knows how to get on the couch.
Oh my God.
So I said, oh, all bets are over now. You done did it. Well, he did yesterday. He might have forgot. Hey, Ringo.
I got 2 dot-to-dot books yesterday. You know how relaxing that is to sit here and do dot-to-dot? But it's so relaxing.
Is that like adult coloring?
Yeah, it's an adult dot-to-dot books. I thought, how stupid. Because my daughter had a dot-to-dot book, and she had me hold it in my purse one time. Stupid to have dot-to-dots for adults, you know? And well, anyways, one day I was doing something. I don't remember what I was sitting somewhere. And that dot-to-dot thing was in my purse, and I went and I started doing it. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun, you know? And so yesterday when I was at Savers before my episode, they had 2 brand new dot-to-dot books in there, and I picked them up, and I was doing them last night. I was like, this is fun.
Thank you, Megan, for letting me know about that. I was going to go look it up, and I completely forgot. I have an email that sends you right to the place where it shows you, like, the breakdown and everything. But, yeah, she said the question about promoted listings and account activity, a couple lines came through as ETRS, promoted listings, Q3, credit September, or credit separate transactions. Dollars you got, Sally, was likely your Q3 use. Yeah. And Robin says, Nikki, I bought my daughter an adult sticker book and an adult dot-to-dot, and she loves them too.
I know it sounds kind of foolish, and I thought the same thing, but I did it, and I was like, yeah, it's fun.
There's adult coloring books and stuff like that. I mean, why not?
Well, coloring
And you remember, especially like if you remember doing that as a kid, it's like you kind of just oh, I hate that noise. You kind of just go into another part of your brain whenever you're doing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of soothing because it's not only nostalgic, it's, you know, you don't really have to think. But let me tell you, they're not like 1 through 15, 100 numbers or whatever on them, you know. So I mean, they're not, you know, they're not like, you know, like the dot-to-dots we did in kindergarten either. Some of them you actually have to sit and look for the numbers, you know.
Right.
Sorry, I had to run him outside real quick before he
did
something.
Before you left your surprise.
Yeah.
A
Lord knows we don't need any of those.
So don't laugh at me, Kara.
What? No,
My
I
dot
think,
to dot.
hey, if you like it, that's cool. I don't do it because I'm worried that would be my first steps to old age. I do not want to be the old person. Coloring books and doing the work. It's a slippery slope to the nursing home. Pretty soon you die.
Oh, so true.
Oh shit. That's so true, though.
Oh, it's so relaxing. Next thing you know, you wake up, you find yourself in a nursing home with 5 other old people doing the dark coloring.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true.
Well, these are, like I said, like I told Sally, these aren't like 1 through 20 dot to dots. These are like, you're doing 200-300 numbers. So, I mean, they're not, that easy. But my husband's the same way, like I've crocheted since I was 8 years old. And I love crocheting. Even as a teenager, I love to crochet. Anyways, the problem is I can't sit that long. So I end up not getting stuff done as fast as I should. But anyways, my husband, I'll be sitting there crocheting and he'd be like, you're going to be bored when you're 80. And it's like, I like to crochet. I'm sorry.
If Jim walked in the house one day and saw me doing an adult coloring book, he'd be like, "What the F is wrong with you?"
Don't knock it until you try it, Sarah. I thought the same thing.
No offense, anybody likes doing it, but with Jim sitting behind me, he'd be like, "No."
I'm gonna send you one of these dot to dot books, and you're gonna see.
Mother's mustache says I've been making paper mache stuff, lamps, stars, just whatever. I thought about making a paper mache model, like a what do you call her?
Mannequin?
A mannequin. I thought about making a paper mache one, just because it would be my own and it'd be something I made. But I never got around to it.
Yeah, I'm not crafty that way.
I used to be hella crafty, but
yeah, that's why I don't like, like some people are real artistic or crafty and they make stuff and sell it on Etsy and stuff. That isn't me. I'd rather just buy something. I don't want to fix it or nothing. I want to wipe it off or whatever and then list it and that's it. I'm not creative or anything.
I'm crafty, but yeah, you don't get enough for your crafts. Like,
no.
You don't get enough for the time that you put in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm that way too. I just like to buy shit and wipe it off and sell it.
Yeah, I'm too
to
lazy to be crafty now. Too lazy to be crafty.
Where's the time for that shit?
I have a couple of projects that I want to complete, but I haven't. And I need to make time to do those because they're, just kind of give me some time away from eBay for a minute, But I just haven't done it.
Like this dot to dot one I'm working on has 400 numbers that you have to connect.
God, this paint.
And they're very close. And they're very close together. So somebody in the nursing home would not be able to see it enough to be able to do it.
Hey, Nick, you keep telling yourself that. Not everybody in the nursing home is penile.
I don't know if it's just me or if it's like a thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's like just me and I sound crazy when I say this, but like with that kind of stuff, like coloring books or whatever, like I used to enjoy that kind of stuff when I was younger, but like nowadays I feel really bad if I sit down and do something that takes that much time because I have so much stuff I could be making money in that time. I know that I'm not saying that you're like wrong for doing them, but that's like, it drives me nuts. Like if I sit down, my boyfriend plays video games all the time. If I sit down and play something, I get frustrated because I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot just sit here for an hour and do this. I have shit to do. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like
that's what I do whenever I watch movies. Like if I watch movies or watch Netflix or anything, I'm like, oh my God, I could have done a whole bunch of work in this, amount of time.
I just can't even do it. Like I cannot do just that. Like if I'm sitting and watching Netflix, I have to be listening. I cannot just like, maybe, I don't know. It drives me crazy.
No,
Well,
I used to be that way.
If the three of us go to a movie, like me, Tara, and Brandon, if we go to a movie, I'll catch myself halfway through the movie in a theater. I mean, I just dropped at least $40, between popcorn tickets and every, with 3 people, it's at least 40, probably more. So it's like, oh my God, but halfway through the movie, I start thinking, oh, you could be doing something right now. You could be packing, you could be organizing your inventory room or whatever. It's like, your free time.
I do that too when I sit and watch a movie or something.
I just can't do it. Like I just can't. I don't know. Drives me nuts. Gotta be doing something always.
Yeah.
It's called workaholism.
That's exactly what it is.
Or I'll check my phone. We'll be in the middle of the movie, and I'll check my phone to see if any sales went through, because I silence it. But I'll look at it to see if any sales went through, or if the PayPal balance changed.
So is that what a workaholic is? Is that what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No. It's called owning a business.
You've been labeled.
That's what I want, Sharky Mom Dill. She said she wants a paper mache mannequin that is plus sized, and she goes, oh sorry, vanity sized, with fat rolls and all, to show how the shirts will really look.
Take a regular mannequin and just inflate an inner tube in the right spot.
Well, talking about like plus size. So the other day we're in the yard, and the puppy sometimes won't let us catch them. But if you go down on your hands and knees, she gets like frisky, and then she'll come to you and catch her. But she was being kind of stubborn. Now I catch. So I'm rolling around on the ground. I'm like, Jim, act like you're attacking me, because it will make her come. And Jim's like, I'm not going to act like I'm attacking you in the front yard. This overweight couple in the front yard. I'm like, overweight couple? What the hell? He's like, well, we're not as small as we used to. I'm like, well, thanks a lot. That makes me feel good. So then that night, my son's looking at some pictures of me, like, before he was born, maybe like 12, 15 years ago. He goes, oh, Mom, I'm riding a horse. You're so much shorter then. I'm like, shorter? I'm like, I'm the same height I am now. He goes, I meant your stomach. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah. I was having a hell of a day that day.
Well, there was a picture of me floating around with Gary. And my niece was like, that ain't you. And because she was like, look at this picture I found of Big Guy and his ex-girlfriend. And I was like, that's me. And she goes, that ain't you. I said, it most certainly is me.
I know. That makes you feel great, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, the hat I was wearing, I got that from my ex-boyfriend. And before Big Guy, and Gary's like, nice. Well, wish I still had that hat. They sell now, Camel Joe hats.
Yep.
Because I wasn't wearing it to wear. I was wearing it to be goofy, and I'd put it on, and yeah. And Gary's like, nice. That was from your ex-boyfriend. Like, well,
years ago, we had one of those gray camel shirts where it has like Joe Camel, and he looks like he's kind of busting through the shirt, and it's gray. And it was new in the bag. We got it at an auction. We were at an auction. It's raining. Jim's gonna put the shirt on, to put a dry shirt on. I was, well, I'm gonna check it with the smartphone on eBay. So he realizes it's worth something. Carefully takes it off, puts it back in the bag. It had like the tag, sorry your shirt came late or whatever. We sold that thing for like $325. It was insane. Went to Asia, but they were real crazy for those gray. It's got to be the gray camel shirt. I don't even know if they're worth as much anymore, but it's that specific gray camel shirt there. Even like faded ones are selling for like $125, $150.
I had one of those really crappy Blackberries. Remember they had the really tiny screen, and if you went online, it was like impossible to see anything. That's why I got this little crappy BlackBerry. And I go on the eBay site and I see these numbers. I'm like, oh yeah, these people are nuts. And all of a sudden I look, I'm like, oh my God, I switched to solds. I'm like, they're not asking this, they're getting this. Holy crap. Yeah. So the shirt came off. It's on my wet body. It's on my wet torso. So I'm very carefully sliding it off my body, refolding it, sliding back in the plastic bag. So yeah, I went to Asia.
Wow.
Yeah, I gave the guy $1. It's when we still had the store. And the guy brought it in with some other stuff. And he's like, well, I have this old collector t-shirt. I'm like, it's a Camel cigarette t-shirt. I'm not giving you nothing for this. And like, you know what? It might fit me. And I had a lot of these when I was younger. I go, I'll give you $1 for it.
Nice.
I'm like Stimpy Pete. Oh, that store was great for sourcing.
That's the thing. eBay has ruined us of keeping anything because every damn thing we buy, even if we think, oh, it ain't worth nothing, but I'll buy it for myself.
Yeah.
We seem to end up looking it up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, it's worth something. I gotta get rid of it. Well, it was funny yesterday. I think, you guys see the back of my car is packed full. Anyways, that was from a couple auctions ago because I've been sick. Anyways, my sister-in-law, I was talking to her yesterday, and she goes, yeah, because she found out she's newly diabetic. Anyways, she wants a food processor. And she goes, so can you keep an eye out for a food processor for me? I really need one. And I said, yeah, I've got one in my back seat. She goes, oh, well, that was fast. And I was like, yeah, I don't even have to go to the storage shed for it. I got one in my back seat, brand new in the box.
There you go. Like one of those, you know, the old time peddler guys where they used to have like the pans on the side of the wagon and yeah, you know, they had everything that you needed.
Yeah, that's me.
Not saying that that's a bad thing because that's convenience, but
we'd be like, you need a food processor? Yeah, they're in the food processor pile, right next to the bread maker pile and the vacuum cleaner pile.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Well, the other day, my husband went to the store. We went to the storage shed. He got me some tubes from work, you know. And every time the cardboard tubes come up, he grabs them for me in case I need them. Well, anyways, we went to go put them in the storage shed. And he's like, he saw those boxes of them gutter parts I bought. He's like, oh, my God, I have to go fix your dad's gutter. He goes, and these are the exact parts I need, brand new. He's like, where did you get all these? I said, I got them from an auction, $1 a box. He's like, oh, my God. And yeah, and so then yesterday he was fixing the gutter, and he's like, and I don't even have to put seal on this because he was going to seal this one part that leaks. He goes, the ones you got are the really nice ones with the rubber on them so that it won't leak. It'll make it so it won't leak. And I mean, he was just excited because they were like the high-end gutter parts or whatever. So yeah, I was like, well, keep bitching about my auction finds. But it like saved my dad like a bunch of money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
right. So what's everybody doing today?
I'm listening. I was taking pictures, and I thought I'd come and say hi, but yeah, I got to finish taking pictures. I got to get on the listing train.
Yeah, me too. Choo choo.
Yeah, I need to do that.
I've been handling accident cases for more than 25 years. They're very much
Yeah, I got to go in and do a couple of do a couple of errands, but I think I'm going to come back and get to listing.
Yeah.
Got some stuff I need to get up and going, so.
I got a couple of items I got to ship out today.
Woohoo! That's awesome. I had 8 going out this morning. That was good.
It's good. Yesterday was okay for me, but it's still kind of slow. I don't know.
It was slow
Not too
most of the day, and then the afternoon it just like let loose, and it was a pretty good day for me yesterday. But
yeah, at least like the
stuff.
sales that I did have were better sales. So like I did good money wise, but I didn't get a lot of orders. So I did $116, but I didn't have like a lot of orders. There was only a couple items, but that's fine. I mean,
right.
Yeah, I'll take that every day.
Yep.
My dad calls me Mrs. Haney.
Mrs. Haney?
Yeah, from Mr. Haney on Green Acres.
Oh,
anyways,
yeah.
Anyways, he goes, so Mrs. Haney, do you ever clean that car of yours out? I said, yeah, pretty much every Thursday morning because the auction's Thursday night.
So are you going to try and go to the auction tonight?
No, probably not.
No?
No, I'm not. I don't. It depends on how I feel later, but the way I feel right now, probably not.
Yeah. Well, you got all day to get better, so maybe you'll be in better. Maybe you'll feel better by this evening.
Maybe.
That auction will start calling you, and you'll start jumping for it.
Yeah,
And then you'll just
where the
like
heck
when I, no matter how bad I felt, if I went to an auction, I felt better. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of gives you that gambling high, so yeah, it works.
Yeah. But I keep thinking about that $500 I got to drop tomorrow on that stupid car. So.
Well, that's true.
Are you gonna do a hangout later or no?
I'm gonna try. I keep saying that, but yesterday was a really shitty day. I mean, just down and out.
It was just a bad day.
Crap.
Yeah.
And so, but hopefully today will be better. So should be. I should be able to have a hangout.
I went to
Goodwill. Running around.
I went to a Goodwill yesterday and a Savers yesterday and didn't find squat.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I thought, okay, well, everybody on my show a couple weeks ago was telling me, oh, jeans. So I went and I looked at the jeans at Savers yesterday. Holy shnikes. Anything that Levi's or any of them, $14 to $19.99.
Oof, yeah. Yeah,
I didn't find a pair of jeans for less than $8.99.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how my Goodwill is.
That's how our Savers is too. Our Savers is like that.
I don't go to I go to the what do you call it? It's not like a Goodwill the only Goodwill that I go to is the Goodwill bins, and then I'll go to the just my local thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
And they have they're usually $3 to $4 all the jeans. So
I went to a thrift store yesterday and they were having a bag sale, so I brought home a bag of clothes, but there was nothing like super great. I mean, it was just okay stuff, so it was worth it throwing it in a bag, but there wasn't anything stellar in the mix.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Hustle and Flow? It's that guy. He wants to be a rap star or whatever, and he's got that. Tara loves that movie, Well, anyway, there's a girl in there, and they're hookers. The guy, he starts out as a pimp, but he wants to become a rapper. But anyway, he's talking about this one hooker that works for him, and he goes, that girl's country ass can smell air conditioning a mile away.
I'm like, what?
Because she's always looking for guys who have air conditioning in their car because it's so hot. Where are they, in Atlanta?
They're like in Memphis or something.
Memphis, okay. So anyway, so this hired. But anyway, that reminds me of Tara. Whenever we're in a town, I mean any obscure town, her country ass can smell a thrift store. And she finds every single one. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah. That's what my husband told me. Like my sale dar, my rummage sale dar is like crazy. He's like, he can sniff out rummage sales like you wouldn't believe.
I forget, it's a different name though. I forgot what it's called.
It's that guy from Nikki. You know that guy from Z Nation who's up in the Arctic in that outpost.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That skinny kid. He's in there with him. He helps him get the show rolling.
Oh,
or get the song rolling. He meets that one.
The black guy that's in Hot Tub Time Machine, the heavyset guy, he's in it. And then I don't know that guy's name. I've seen him in other movies. The one that's the pimp rapper.
Yeah, he's in the series too.
Yeah, I think it's called Empire. The series, does that sound right?
Yeah,
I've never watched the series.
Anyway, yeah, if you come across it's called Hustle and Flow. It's a pretty good movie.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
I just sold my topper for $50.
Nice.
Very good.
A what? A what was it?
Or truck topper?
Mm-hmm. It was a little bit rusty, but it was good.
Cool. Start getting that money out of that truck. Pay for that van.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I told you those back windows are $100 a snap.
I know. I need to get them out of there still. We need to get that truck. We need to get that truck in the garage so we could just start peeling it apart.
And when you ship those windows, those back windows, if you go to the like Home Depot or buy that white styrofoam, buy it about like an inch, maybe even an inch and a half for those, and just make sure you cut 2 oversized pieces of styrofoam, put them on either side of that glass, and then wrap the whole contraption in cardboard. And they ship. I shipped a bunch of them, and I never broke one.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the tip, Jim.
You just buy that white. It's 4x8 sheets of white styrofoam.
And what did we get for the module off of that? Because she's got about 98 or 97. Mine was
the module did okay.
I think the module was 100 or 150.
Was it? Okay.
And the fuel, the throttle body, I know was
check the inside interior parts too, because those things go for a lot of money.
Yeah, like the climate control switches and stuff like that. If you go just search your vehicle on eBay and then do a search for sold, and then do price highest first for parts and accessories, and click used because your stuff is used. I just start going on lists, whatever was worth the most, except for like the engine and tranny, which obviously I wasn't going to ship. But anything shippable, as I went down the list, whatever was highest price on the list, that was the first thing I pulled off. And then I just worked down the list to where the parts got to be worth about $40, and I'm like, well, now it ain't even worth screwing with.
Actually, I think like that Chevy, if you still have that hubcap cover, it's a plastic one that goes over the lug bolts. Those are like $100 for the set.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just that
I still have those.
Cover. If you have they're like $100 or $125.
Yeah, and when you take it in the junkyard, they're going to pay you by weight anyway. They don't care what you took off it.
Yeah, don't take the tranny out of it. Don't take the drivetrain out of it. Don't do it. Just take the small stuff off around the engine.
Just what you can ship. Yeah.
Yep. And like I have a Ford truck like Valerie's truck. Same exact look. Anyways, the dash pad, just the dash pad alone, I got $70 for. That little frame around the speedometer, I think I got like $40 or $50 for that. I mean, the interior parts of the door, I get $40 or $50 for those each. You know, look it all up.
And there's like
and that's what I do. Like Jim said,
there's like 5 or 6 years around my year that. Like, cause mine's a 98, and so there's like 5 or 6 years around that where the parts are pretty much switchable between those years.
Yeah.
And there's so many of those trucks here, like, or everywhere probably, but like I see them all the time. Trucks just like mine.
Yeah.
Well, and some of that stuff, you know, the bigger stuff that you don't want to ship, or even those windows or whatever, you can even put those on Facebook, rummage sale sites, and get rid of them. You know?
Right. Yeah.
But that stuff sells fast.
Yeah, and then when you're done taking the parts off, you take that, if you can load that chassis on a trailer, or what, if you have a junkyard close enough, or drag it, you'll still get $200 for the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even if they come pick it up and they don't pay nothing for it.
Yeah, I've had them pick up a vehicle from me before, and they gave me my Honda Accord station wagon. They gave me like $400 for it, but that was when it was like really good, high and everything. So
I think I think for a car, if you take it in, you get about $150 for it. Now we took in some scrap metal, and here, which you might be a little better down there, it was $40 a ton.
Yeah, they said it was really low right now.
Yeah, it depends on how close you are to a hub. Because if you're close to a hub, you can get a lot more for your scrap. Like if we took all of our scrap down to the cities, we'd get way more than what we get up here for it.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta ship these packages.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go out and get some errands ran and get some stuff done, and then come back and get some work done. So if I can get that stuff done, then the sooner I get that done, the sooner I can get back and get some stuff done. So if that made sense. It probably didn't. You know what I mean.
Where are you going?
I gotta go run some errands.
No.
Yes. Do you think...
Ooh, this goes to a doctor, the Serenade shirt.
Ooh.
She's a doctor.
A doctor.
In Ohio.
Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and put Ringo in the bathroom again.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe letting him out yet.
Yeah, he's still a little bit little.
He needs to get a little bit more meat on the bones, and I mean, it's going to be nice here. It's already 60 degrees, so it's not like it's going to be horrible. Just ran him out of his spot. He does that really well. He does that really good. But hope everybody has a great day. Winter forecast released. We gotta see what does it say. Let's see. Before I go, let me see what that says. Above average in the south. Let's see. Will feature a nationwide split between cold and wet conditions. I'm just trying to read through this, and it doesn't. It says the north is getting snow.
Ew.
What? You told them to shut the hell up already.
And it says Kansas is going to be a little bit warmer.
Well, yes! Thank God.
Yes. Maybe we'll get lucky and not get any snow.
We are not getting snow.
Yeah, you are.
I refuse. I'm
It says
refusing the snow and sending it to you.
It says that you're supposed to get snow in a week.
Maybe we'll get like Florida weather.
You get
Maybe
snow
it'll be
in,
like Florida and it'll be like 75 all winter.
that'd be awesome.
You're freaking dreamy too. Man, you're a big time dreamer, Jessica, aren't you?
Down there in Kansas, I noticed your guys' big thing was ice.
Yeah.
Is what?
Ice down there.
Yeah, we do get some ice.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't like the ice, because that can cause so much more damage, and you can't, you're stuck. You can't go
There's
anywhere.
nothing 4-wheel drive, nothing helps on ice.
Nope. So, all right, guys, we will see you later, and keep an eye out for the Working Hangout, and we'll check you later. Bye.
See you guys.
See ya.